Hello and welcome back to the Playbase. I am beaming and grinning ear to ear because I have an incredibly special soul with me today. Laura, you are a change maker. You have created a language, a space, a program, and have developed this incredible energy around you around kindness. And if you haven't heard of Kindness Matters yet, you have heard about it now. And Laura Reiss, you are just magical, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So happy.
Frances Fishman, what a beautiful introduction and welcome. It's an honor to be here with you. And let me just shine a light back on you and the beautiful offerings that you have contributed to our community independently as Frances Fishman with the Playbase, contributing to families and children's the way that you do. And now you have created this platform for us to shine a light on what we do in the world. So not only are you shining your light and doing your soul's work in the world, but you're also providing an opportunity for people like me to shine my light. So thank you for having me here today.
Oh my God, it is an absolute honor and privilege. I remember meeting you and being at in the Delray Cocoa Market. And you were doing rock painting and my daughter came, and my son came, and they were painting rocks. And my friend Jenny Schwartz introduced me to you, and she's like, "You need to know her." I said, "I do need to know her." And I was blown away when I learned about what you created, and far more blown away when I got to sit down with you and hear your story. Tell us, please, how Kindness Matters was born. Where did it come from? Because when I heard the story, it really inspired me.
Thank you. I hope it's the same story.
I guess we'll see.
So my story, I guess the short version is I was raised well. My parents modeled for me and taught me the importance of kindness. Just a simple little parenting tool about really, first of all, appreciating who you are as a person. Both of my parents were artists. They were both very successful in their line of work, and they really had an understanding for whatever you're here to do, that's what you should do. So I had a lot of support around who I was as a child and all through my life. So there wasn't a lot of shoulds in my life. There's a lot of, what do you want to do and how can we support you in my life? So that's when I say I was raised well. I felt listened to, heard, supported, and I felt like I could be my own person. I had that support, which as a parent, I have to say is hard to do. It's really hard to do. So the beginning of my story, I have to just shout out to mom and dad for instilling that in me.
That's beautiful.
And then as a young mother, thank you. As a young mother, raising my children and instilling what I thought were the same values, I saw that it really worked. Children are so wanting to be kind and to be good. We want to be kind human beings.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of it starts with parenting and at a very young age. Now, some parents get it and some don't. So Kindness Matters has developed a curriculum and a program to help children and now adults understand how to powerfully navigate life while being themselves, the true, powerful, authentic selves, no comparing to anybody else, and understanding that we have the power to create anything we want in life, to navigate this world with an understanding that it's all going to be okay. So let me just kind of break it down. And there's a neuroscience to it that I don't understand. I understand a little bit of it, but what's really beautiful about this organization is that I don't run it. I am the founder, but there are so many different people who have been in this organization, who have lifted and grown with us. But here we are now with Dito Bala, the CEO, running the organization, and he's implemented neuroscience into our programming and curriculum so that the adults can understand what we're talking about. Before the neuroscience part, Kindness Matters was an after-school program that met once a month, preschool through college age children. Of course, the curriculum is different depending on the age.
Right.
And it's really a soft science of people understanding what's happening, awareness, and how to regulate, self-regulation. So if we go through life understanding what's happening in our brain, okay, I was just triggered. Something just happened. I have an emotion. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm nervous. What's the emotion? And then let's pick the tool to soften it. There's awareness and there's self-regulation. And with the children, it's easy. The children are still connected to source. The children want boundaries. They want guidance. They want to understand, how can I be my best self?
Yeah.
How can I be heard, seen, loved, appreciated? And how can I travel this crazy world being the best version of myself?
Right.
So I believe that Kindness Matters now has programs that help children understand, yes, you can be all of that. And here is the structure, if you will.
Right.
It's fun. It's engaging. The kids love it. There are leadership opportunities. So many of our children who have gone through the programs are now coming back for jobs.
Beautiful.
Okay, so 20 years. Yes. I mean,
Wow.
I need to pause because I could talk about this for hours and days, and I'm just so excited about being here and sharing the growth of the organization and also the thousands of people who are participating in part of this.
It's really grown in a fantastic way. I've only been in South Florida for 3.5 years, and I've seen its tremendous growth. I've seen Dito go and run a program at a school that I got to participate in. I got to participate in. And the power and the impact, especially because to me, I know learning happens with repetition. And, you know, like one of the things that I talk about when I'm doing like professional development, let's say for teachers, is that to do a pop in once a year is not going to make the impact. It'll inspire. It might then lead 1, 2, maybe 5 people to dig deeper, to take those tools and use them if they connected to them. But what you created is an ongoing consistency in this, like, it is so important. And it like sounds silly that kindness doesn't matter, but it hasn't been. Like, I talk in my home when I'm raising my kids, and I say, I value, and I've been saying this since before I met you. So when I learned about what you did, I was like, oh my God, like I tell my kids, I value kindness. And if what you're doing, if what leaves your mouth, if what your body is going to do, if what you're about to do doesn't align with that value, I will have a problem with it because it's such a strong value of mine. It is like deeply entrenched in me. But it's not necessarily found in the broader society. And I think there's so much dysregulation, which you speak about, you know, that we focus on regulating that nervous system, because when I'm regulated, I can act in my most authentic, grounded, values-driven way. I can make conscious choice.
Let's talk about the nervous system for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I believe that everything revolves around the nervous system.
Me too.
It's everything. Oh, I have to tell a story. This morning, this is just authentic, real, and it's coming out right now. This morning, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's just my happy time. I get up, I go into the kitchen, and there's the leftover big, giant, frozen, crusted pizza from poker night last night that the boys left, and there's crust everywhere, and there's pizza. And my first thought is, are you kidding me? And then I start cleaning it up. I'm like, I cannot believe that 5 o'clock in the morning, I have to now clean. I'm thinking about the poker boys and they're having so much fun. And then I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, I am so grateful that my husband has created a group of guys that he gets to unload with once a week, that he gets to play with and scream with and be silly with and whatever they do. I'm so grateful that he has a good group of friends, that if he needs community, he has. I just spilled out the gratitude for this leftover pizza crust and the crumbs everywhere. And I was like, oh, now that's reframing. right?
Yes.
We could go on and on and on, but my nervous system went from dysregulated.
Yeah.
I could have been triggered, upset, annoyed with him all day, telling you about what a blah, blah, blah my husband is.
Yeah.
So here's the good news and the bad news. We have the power and the responsibility to regulate and to understand that there's plenty of tools that we have. In that moment, it was reframing. I took my reframing tool and I fell in love with my husband with the pizza crust, right?
Right.
Not everybody can do that.
I agree.
Sometimes you have to just say, listen, sometimes it's about understanding I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
I had an unfulfilled expectation of walking into the kitchen and not finding the mess, and maybe saying to my husband, hey, I got a little dysregulated when I saw that. Maybe next time, could you clean up the pizza crust?
Right.
Maybe sometimes it's just having a conversation, but I have come to realize that being true to my feelings and my emotions are okay. Name it. I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, and then picking a tool to heal it. It's okay. We're human beings. We're going to have emotions. Emotions are just a signal to us that something needs to be looked at and loved. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm feeling anger or depression or whatever the emotion is. I think it's society has done wrong by in any way having us feel that we can't feel these emotions. They're so powerful and so important. And the hard emotions are just as important as the easy emotions.
I really love what you just said. Emotions are a signal to us to look at something.
It's just
to pay attention to it.
Hello.
And what is that? And a big part of my own healing journey has been attending to my own emotions, feeling them, allowing myself to feel them, and then going into, where does that stem from? Like, what is that? And then allowing myself the grace to experience it. And then, like you said, use a tool to work through it, whether that be reframing, communication, breath work, grounding in some way, any tool that you can use to work through it. I was raised in a society where I had to not feel, not because I couldn't, but because in order for me to perform the way that I felt I needed to bury things and be present for other people, whether that be in school and home, wherever. Like, that was, you need to be a good girl. You need to follow my instructions. You need to do the things you're asked to do. And if you're caught in your emotions or if you're caught in anything else, it's really hard to do. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up to then be like, hey, I have all this coming up and I don't always allow myself to feel it. And there has been, I think, a narrative around like good emotions and bad emotions, right? Like, and one of the things that we teach is that there's no such thing as a bad emotion, and every human on the planet experiences them all. We experience the entire array of all emotions and the intensity with which they come and then with which they can go, so long as we have the tools. And we were not taught the tools, most of us. Not taught the tools to understand and label and hold space for emotion, and then not what to do with them. And so now we have an adult generation raising children in a dysregulated environment in generally speaking, working through performance, high stress, pressure, all these different elements of society that seep into our world and into our nervous system. And then we're trying to be these Zen parents or people walking around. And it's like, well, that's not actually realistic, but I can instead attend to what I'm feeling, label it, honor it, and work through it and allow it to be a signal to me to pay attention.
So that's the good news.
Yeah.
Everything that you just said is the good news. The bad news is that it takes a certain level of awareness and work.
Yeah.
Persistence, patience, time. I could be at a red light or on the road and something triggers me and I can regulate because I've been doing this for a long time. But sometimes it's like anything in a gym. It's like exercising in a gym.
Correct.
It's the muscle,
Build the
right?
muscle.
So
That's right.
if you're starting a new type of exercise, it's going to take some time to build that muscle, to know that you have that strength in you.
Correct.
So I'm inviting everybody to celebrate the opportunity that's available for them, knowing that we have this power. Now, it can come from many different places. And that's why I'm so grateful to be here with you today, because I am one of many organizations. The Playbase is another organization that provides this kind of information and support for families, children, on and on and on. Being involved with Kindness Matters is life-changing for all individuals everywhere in the world. Being involved with the Playbase, organizations like ours, I want to highlight and celebrate in any way that I can, partner with, work together with, because we are the change makers. I believe that I've only been here for 56 years. In this lifetime, I've only been here for 56 years, but it just seems to be getting a lot harder for people. And I believe that we as a society have to go through this very dark time so that we can emerge a brighter, more connected, aligned, coherent human force, if you will. We got disconnected. We are not aligned in a lot of political, religious, I could go on. So I feel like somehow we need to see how disruptive this time is so that the next generation makes sure that we don't do this anymore. And I say that with just the knowing in my body that we who are living through this time right now are the ones that will create a brighter future because of the modeling that we're doing with our children and our grandchildren. Those are the future leaders of a better world.
I totally agree in every way, because people, I think they get surprised by the kind of language that my kids use, specifically around emotion and about their ability to label emotion, but also their ability to understand in this emotional intelligence other people in a very honorable way. That compassion and that empath that comes out, and being able to say things like, Mommy, I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now. I think I'm feeling your feeling. And I remember when I heard that come out of my now 7-year-old, I think she was 5 or 6 at the time, I was like, wow. Yeah, I feel like shit right now. I am struggling right now. You probably are. And I want you to know that I got this. I can work through this. And, you know, I need a hug. Can you give me a hug? And like, I want you to know you don't have to hold it for me. And to have that conversation is, I think, is a gift to give, because my mom didn't learn that.
She didn't know. She
Yeah.
didn't know. Her mother didn't know.
Correct.
But we do.
And so, and I always say, when we know better, we do better. Like, you can't, in my field of ABA, you can't ignore, once you've learned about the nervous system, once you've learned about that energetic transference that we feel other people's nervous systems and we feel other people's energy, once you know those things, you can't pretend they don't exist and ignore them. You know better, so now you do better. And I think, going back to Kindness Matters, like, with from the depths of my soul, what you have created, the gift that you give to everyone who gets to participate, from children to adults, or children grow into the adults who get to participate. It's empowering. It changes the world. Like, and I agree that we are both change makers, which is why I think we connect in a very, I think, spiritual, but also cognitive way, we've had these conversations about the work you do with kids and how impactful it is, because they're our future, right? They're going to be the leaders.
Yes.
When we are gone, their children will be their future, and so on. And there's this ripple effect of every time you drop an ounce of kindness and light, how that impacts not just that individual. I always say the impact far exceeds what we can even fathom or imagine, because it will touch the lives of every single soul they ever come in contact with in hopefully the most beautiful way, because you added light, you were a safe place, you provided a tool, you provided this feeling of being seen and heard and loved and accepted unconditionally for the way that you are, which is, I think, the greatest gift you could give any human on the planet.
And every human on the planet deserves that.
I agree.
Regardless of fill in the blank.
Correct.
What they look like, what they sound like, what their religion is, what their color is, what country they're from, what their political stance is. Every single human being deserves that. And so Kindness Matters believes that every single human being on the planet deserves that. And we have created a curriculum and a program for all people around the world. And I also just want to shout out to all of the people who have participated in this Kindness Matters Foundation throughout the 20 years. I am the founder, and I stand here representing so many people. And it's not that I can't take the acknowledgement. I do take the acknowledgement, but I walk alongside of so many people
I understand
who have
that.
started, who are not necessarily even here anymore, who have either passed or in another, who have moved on to other career choices, on and on. But I celebrate the whole journey because I have grown so much. I didn't understand neuroscience. I understand at a certain level. I can't speak to it, but I now understand really at a scientific level how powerful we are as human beings. One of my coaches, Linda Hampton, from years ago, she says, "You are planting seeds for a forest that you will not be shaded by."
Wow.
And I feel it and I see it. And I do believe that we as light workers are doing the work that will lay the foundation for a brighter future.
I agree.
And that's the children. And when I talk to the children, I say, listen, you are our future. No pressure. No pressure, but you are our future, and I want to be with you. And when the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department asks me to speak to the adults, to do the same programming that I do with the children, I say to them, with all due respect, I'm talking to the children, because the children are going to be the ones who lead the way, and the parents are going to listen to them. Now, of course, we have adult programming, and it's wonderful, and everybody loves it. But at the time, I didn't have the bandwidth for adult programming, because no one's going to listen to me. The kids will listen to me, and then the adults will listen to the children. And I did have so many parents coming to me saying, "Laura, I don't know what you're teaching in those kindness classes of yours, but my kid is now telling me that I have to put my phone down when I'm driving, and I can't yell at the cross guards anymore. Like, what's happening in the world?" It's really funny. So Yes, the children get it. The children love it. The children need it and want it. And the children will teach the future.
Amen. I think the adults could really benefit from participating. I think the hardest part is getting buy-in.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Frances. I have seen such a shift in people these days. They want it. They want to hear. They want to know. They want to be a part of it. Also, we've been doing this Kindness Matters thing with children for 20 plus years. So the adults in the community are like, excuse me, what about me?
My turn.
Right? My kids are coming home inspired. They feel confident. They understand their power. They're using words that I don't understand. What about me? So this has been going on for years. And quite frankly, I didn't have the bandwidth. And when Dito Bala came in as our CEO, and he says, wow, you want global kindness? Oh, you've got it. It's right here. Yes, let's do this, right? So really where we were when Dito Bala came was we were like right here. We were doing awesome, but we were right here. And what we really needed, what I see now is that Dito got us from here all the way up to here with his knowledge, with his education, with his expertise, with his brain. He took what we had, he cleaned it up, he really understood what it needed, and he elevated it. So now we have programming for everybody on every level, and he can speak to, I couldn't speak to the adults. I don't think I could have explained to the adults like I can to the children what they needed to hear in the way they needed to hear it. So that's why, let me just shout out to, well, Dito Bala.
And who's a powerful force.
And everything he is. And I want to also just shine a light on, I don't have to be Dito Bala. And it's taken me 56 years. Well, I think I got that at like 54, 53. I realized, oh, I don't need to be Francis Fishman. I don't need to be Dito Bala. I don't need to be all these other people who I hold in high regard and I can't do what they do. I get to just appreciate who they are, let them shine a light and do their soul's purpose, and I can do mine. And if I don't understand neuroscience, let me partner with somebody who does. Wow. It makes me so grateful to be who I am. I don't have to understand neuroscience or neurodivergent children and how to support. So I just want to have everybody here. We are all here for a special reason. We're all here to shine our light, to use our knowledge and education and share what we have. And it's okay that we don't know something. If we want to know something, we can learn it or we can partner with somebody who does. It's okay.
I love that because I think I was having a conversation today with someone considering moving to Florida from Toronto. And I was saying, you know, one of the things I learned about South Florida is that it's a dog-eat-dog world. A lot of people have this like sense of competition and
entitlement.
Correct. And I found that I've been equally humbled to meet people like you and other people along the way who don't carry their ego in front, who see the light in other people and love to watch them shine, right? Like I'm going to throw this out there. You're going to do a TED Talk.
I'm going to do a TED Talk.
And I am beyond excited to get to watch you on that stage.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring tissues because I know I'm going to cry.
Everybody, I would like everybody to bring tissues because whenever my coach cries. I just got my coach. Kendra Reddy is my TEDx coach, and she has been working with me. I wrote it. I can't believe. So this is really an opportunity. Thank you, Kendra Reddy, for where we are today. I'm going to be sharing in my TEDx some secrets and some stories that have really led me to where I am today. And there's a lot of insecurities that I have held in me. Like a little girl holding, you know, the insecurity of having dyslexia, not being the smartest kid in the room, and like all of those uncomfortable feelings that I've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and I have finally let them out and let everybody know, listen, this is who I am. This is what I got. This is what God made me. This is the relationship that I have with Source. I created this for a reason. No, I don't know all of the history or whatever the things that I don't know. I'm doing pretty good over here. My commitment is global kindness. My commitment is that people understand their value, their worth, that anything is possible, and that we're all brothers and sisters, that we all have a responsibility to take care of each other, that you're my responsibility, that he's my responsibilities, and that when one of us is not happy, all of us are not happy. It's important that we understand that we are a shared human family. If you could just get that on one little level, and if we could go deeper, but we're all connected.
Correct.
Every single person is somehow connected to you, a part of you. So this TED Talk is an opportunity for me to reveal some of my own secrets, and methods to why I am who I am. So that it's so hard to say. The insecurity around my dyslexia has driven me my whole life because I've had to hide it from people. But what I finally realized at 54, it was when I realized it, I'm 56 now, is that it's my superpower. Dyslexia is my superpower. I can understand people at a level that I don't need words, but I never realized that. So I'm so busy criticizing myself for my dyslexia and hiding it. Oh my goodness, when I was doing homework with my children, that was so hard for me. But instead of saying, hey, listen, guys, my children, I have dyslexia. It's hard for me. Let me look that up. Let's Google that together. Let me show you how to be resourceful inside of having an insecurity. I did not do that. But what I'm offering to people is to be okay with who we are and to see them as resources and superpowers. My dyslexia is a superpower. I created an entire organization to help human beings understand their worth and their value and to understand that we can do anything, especially if we lead in kindness.
Okay, so I haven't attended your TED Talk yet, and I'm already trying not to cry because that speaks to everyone's heart and soul. And we had a conversation recently where I shared with you, like, a big part of my journey right now is self-acceptance.
Yes.
And I realized very recently, I work in this job, in this career, in this position with a hidden agenda to make every single child, every human, love themselves, see their own gifts, accept themselves, and see their challenges and their strengths equally as gifts, because they are.
Yes.
And it's so easy for me to see that in others, and a lot harder for me to look in the mirror and see the same.
Yes.
And so to hear you talk about something that the majority of people would see as a challenge, as a hurdle, the reframe, right? Going back to the reframe, because both are true. It is a challenge. It has been a challenge in your life and a hurdle. And it taught you a different way. And what you said was, I learned I didn't need words to connect with people.
It was a
And
different
like,
kind of literacy.
It's like,
yes.
What a powerful thing to say. I don't need words to connect with people, to understand people, to feel others. I don't. I learned a different way because I had to, or because it's actually just who I am.
Or it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. Sometimes I just want to hug.
I'm the same.
And that's enough. And that's enough of a connection. And so it can be as simple as that. It can be as simple as that. And I do believe that this is available for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's I just said to somebody yesterday, this is all made up. Everything, we wake up every day and we make it up. So let's
Wow, yeah, that's true.
every single day we wake up and we make another day to play and be creative and have fun and see the light. And we get to choose how we're going to communicate, connect, accept ourselves or not. And then at the end of the day, we look back and we say, yeah, I did that. Francis didn't do it. He didn't do it. I did it. And at the end of the day, I put my head down. I think the best I could do.
Yeah.
Good job. Let's do it again.
I love that.
Yeah. The other thing that really helps me is every day I make a point to compliment myself and somebody else at least once.
Do you find it easier to compliment somebody else, or have you gotten into a practice where you're
I can compliment myself now. I can compliment myself, but again, it's a muscle. It's a tool.
Yeah.
So, like, what is her name? I know her so well. You can heal your life. Louise Hay.
Oh, yeah.
Louise Hay.
Yep.
So she has this practice of. My mother taught it to me, and I can't do it right now. But look in the mirror. And you talk to yourself, I love, and you talk about what you love about yourself. It's just a little practice, you in the mirror and God. And I'll tell you, oh my gosh, it works. I leave sticky notes on my.
I was just telling someone that years ago, I had this like squiggly mirror in the inside of my closet. And I wrote things I believed to be true, affirmations about myself, things I believed. Not things I didn't yet believe that if I read it, would have been like, that doesn't really resonate with me. Things I really could look in the mirror and say. And I stuck sticky notes on my mirror and I was like, I think I need to do that again.
It's very helpful. It's great with your kids. It's great with your partner, your friends. I mean, you should actually, I'm going to put sticky notes in my car and leave them and start sticky note people's, I don't know, like, yes, let's just do
kindness
that.
Matters, and on top of that, a sticky note. That is you need to leave the kindness matters magnets and sticky notes on top with
cars. Well, I've thought about doing that, but then I don't want people to be upset. Like some people are very particular about their cars, and I respect people with their cars, especially here in Boca. So I'm not going to do that. But I want to. But I'm thinking about let's all think about how we can every day in some way inspire, drop a bomb of kindness. There's so many different ways. Listen, right now, pick up your phone and text somebody, a heart. Thinking about you. Yeah. I hope something wonderful happens for you today. It's so easy to do it, and it makes you feel good. It makes them feel good. Every day, one person.
I went to a skating competition when my girls were figure skating, and I went into the restroom, and I closed the door, and I went to go pee, and I was like, oh, there were all these sticky notes with beautiful things, and they were messages for other people. They were like, I hope you have blah, 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 or you are beautiful, or whatever it was. And I was like, wow. Because I grew up with not so nice things written on the backside of the bathroom. Yeah. Right. Or like swear words or whatever, like somebody taking out their anger instead of spreading light. Mm-hmm. Like that is what you would find on bathroom doors.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I closed the door and I was like, wow, whoever thought of that. Maybe it was you. I don't know. Or maybe someone who is a part of Kindness Matters. I don't know.
But definitely.
Probably. And I just, like the light that gave, that surprise, that element of like, oh, an unexpected kindness is like, there's no other way. Like there's being kind and then there's like the intentional the deliberate act of I'm going to be mindful and do this for someone else. And what that makes you feel.
It could potentially change your day or somebody else's day. You've heard the story about the person who was on their way to harm themselves.
Right.
And someone just smiled or said, nice jacket, or just in some way showed that they cared. And it changed their whole trajectory of their life. Saves their life. So we know that this heals us, this heals others. There's so many ways to do it. And why not? So that's our commitment. Kindness Matters is here to empower, strengthen, educate, lift up, and share all of the different ways that we can love and navigate through life. I would like everybody to also, while you take your phone out, to text somebody that you care about them. I would also like you to take out your calendar and go to March 7th. That is our Kindness Matters Day of Service. That will be the kickoff. I think I'm allowed to say now. I'm not sure if the contract's signed. I'm going to say this. We're going to be in Boca. The kickoff's going to be in Boca from 9 to 10:30. And then we're going to send all of our community out into the world to be of service. Beach cleanup, hair donation, save your hair. As of now, Dixie Manor with the foster children. We're going to be going to St. Gregory's Church to help them clean up their pantry and spend time with our homeless community. We're going to go to Florence Fuller to be with that, on and on and on. So March 7th, kickoff is at 9 o'clock. By 11:30 or 12 o'clock, we should be at our locations to serve. So just save the date. Registration's coming out. And if you're going to be at my TEDx at Meisner, it's the studio at Meisner, on February 4th, 6 to 9, there will be registration for the Kindness Day of Service.
Oh, beautiful. I will be there, so I'll do it.
I got it all out. February 4th, TEDx, March 7th, 2026, Kindness Matters Day of Service.
Incredible.
I'm so excited.
And if you're not in Boca.
Okay, we're working on that.
Because you have left this country to spread your message.
So Kindness Matters is now all across the United States, and we're
spreading left.
The entire world. Yes.
Yes.
So if you're not in the United States, you can have a program also in your state. school, religious center, place of work, anywhere. Now we're outside of the United States. We're in the Dominican Republic and we're in Cameroon, Africa. Dito Bala really wrapped his arms around this organization. He dedicated his time, his expertise, everything. And once he really felt like, okay, I've got this, he said to me, okay, I've got this. And I've got you. What do you want? And I didn't really understand what he was asking me, but he was asking me, what do I want? And I said, wow, I would like to leave the United States. I feel like the United States is taken care of now. Mm-hmm. And I would like to travel the world and spread our message of kindness and lift and inspire other communities.
Yeah.
And he said, all right, where would you like to start? And I said, where are you from? So we have been to Cameroon, Africa twice now. The first time was such a gift because we went to his home and we met his family and slept in Auntie's bed and hugged and danced with his grandmothers. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful immersion and really understanding the culture, the community. We were met with such love. I mean, the love and the offerings and the food and the laughter and the cooking and the smells and the culture and the music. I don't speak French. They don't speak English. And the connection was stronger than I have words for. So
which is a part of your life.
Which is a part of my life. And yes, it just talk about shared humanity. Talk about shared humanity. When we understand that we're all part of a shared human family, everything shifts.
Yeah.
I think we naturally walk with more purpose, more care, because when I understand that Dito's grandmother is part of my shared family, my shared humanity, that my responsibility is her happiness too, something shifts. Something shifts.
That's really powerful.
So when I tell Dito, thank you for bringing me to Cameroon to experience your family and your culture and your community, not to contribute, but to be loved.
Mm.
It's a gift that you can't, there is no other gift like that. So yes, I feel truly in partnership, aligned with Dito Bala, and it's about shared humanity. It's about everyone on the planet understanding that we're part of each other.
It reminds me of, we were standing in line at the airport. I don't remember where we're going. I think we were leaving Fort Lauderdale to go to Toronto. And my eldest, she makes conversation with everyone. She connects with everyone. And there was a teacher who was standing in line. And my daughter was so excited that she was meeting another teacher and speaking to her. And she remembered this Netflix show that she was watching, which is all science-based. And she just goes, "Did you know that we're all made of stardust?" And the woman looked at her and said, "No, I didn't know that." She said, "Yeah, all people are made of stardust. Isn't that cool?" And I just stood there and I was like, yeah, every single one of us in this airport, every single one of us on this planet, every single one of us is connected. And to share that wisdom from a child's mouth, like from a child's voice, for that woman to hear it, she was, I mean, I can imagine that if I were her, it would hit me like a wave. Like, if I didn't know that, oh, it shifts and reframes perspective. You know, we are all made of stardust. We're all made of light. We're all made of love. We're all here with our own gifts, with our own purpose, with our own mission. And if we can embrace the fact that every single soul walking this planet has their own lived experience, but is equally made of stardust, of light, walking through their own path, how different would this world be?
And if we could all let each other walk our own paths, it's okay. We don't have to compete with each other.
Correct.
We can let each other. Also, if we can also like stay on our own path, like let's concentrate on what we need, how to keep ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally healthy and strong. Let's concentrate on that. Then when we have that, okay, let's look around and see, what do you need? How can I contribute here? How can I participate over here?
What you just said is, I don't know if it's the most powerful thing you said, because in Kindness Matters, I think we think about giving to others, serving our community, taking care of other people. We don't always think about how we have to put our own mask on first. We have to fill our own cup first so that we have with which to give. And so to take care of ourselves is equally, if not more important, first, so that you can give from a full cup, so that when you are spilling out into the world, you're spilling out your light instead of
your darkness.
Correct.
It's so true. And it's okay. Like totally okay. Take care of yourself. Fill your cup. Meditate. Sleep in. Drink water. Eat healthy. Laugh. Tell the people that you love them. Tell the people who you need to tell what you need to tell. By the way, it's okay to say, I'm hurt. Can we talk? That scared me. Please don't do that again. It's okay to have these feelings and to tell the people in your life that you feel the way that you feel. They won't know otherwise. I recently had a friend reach out and tell me how hurt she was by something that I did. And I thanked her for the courage that it took to tell me how hurt she was, because I had no idea I did it. No idea I did it. No idea I did it. Not an idea. And when she called me and she was upset, she had been holding it. Kudos to her, because it took maybe 18 hours for her to call me. So please, tell the people that you need to tell what you need to tell. It's okay.
Because otherwise it sits and rots in you.
And sometimes they don't even know. And
Correct.
By the way, their response will tell you if you want to tell them again in the future.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have a season, reason, lifetime thing. Everyone comes in our life for a season, reason, or lifetime. And It's okay. We just came through the year of shedding. I've noticed a lot of it's okay to let go of what no longer serves you. You don't have to hold on to those relationships or jobs, or sometimes roles, it's time to let go. Roles. This is the year of the horse, right? We're forging ahead. We're going to create new things. So let go what doesn't serve you and bring in what will give you the strength to power forward.
Right. So you can.
Different for everyone.
You can pursue forward like the horse, right?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I like to call on people like Francis Fishman for support.
Same.
Same. Yes.
Before we end the show,
yes,
I like to ask my guests to leave our listeners with a question or a statement for them to sit with themselves as they finish our podcast. Is there something you want them to ask themselves or remind themselves with for the end of our show?
I have a request.
Oh, I love that.
I'm going to ask all of our listeners to find kindness wherever they can. Find it in the quiet moments. Find the kindness in their thoughts. Find the kindness in their choices, and to find kindness in each other.
I love that. And I love you. I am beyond grateful. I'm grateful for your energy, for your time that you shared with us. I think every moment that I get to share with you lifts my soul in such a way. You are such a light in our community and on this planet. Thank you, Laura, for everything you're doing. And if you don't yet know about Kindness Matters, and this is the first time you're hearing about it, I urge you to do your research and to bring it to your community, because this is how we change the world for the better.
And we can do it together.
Amen.
KM365.org. KindnessMatters365.org.
I love it.
Thank you, Francis. I love you. I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you.